In 2026, we're finally looking at what everyone's been waiting for. iPhone Fold versus Galaxy Z Fold 8. On one side, you've got Samsung, the original foldable pioneer with years of real-world refinement. On the other, Apple, stepping in late, with the iPhone Fold embedding everything on design, ecosystem, and that classic Apple polished dot in this video. We're breaking down every major difference between the Galaxy Z Fold 8 and the iPhone Fold. Design, display, durability, performance, software, cameras, battery life, and where each one fits in the market. By the end, you'll know exactly which foldable makes more sense for you and whether Apple is too late or right on time. Let's jump in. First, let's talk about design and build quality, aesthetic precision versus functional versatility. Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 sticks to the formula that's defined the Fold series from day one. A book-style design that opens into a tablet-sized display. It's wider and more spacious than a typical phone, which is perfect if you love multitasking or watching movies on a big screen. Samsung is expected to use armor aluminum around the frame, dual ultra-thin glass on the inner display, refined hinge mechanism that is smoother and more durable than ever. This is Samsung's 8th generation foldable, and it shows. They've had years to iron out hinge issues, crease problems, and build quality complaints. And the Fold 8 is the result of all that iteration. Apple's iPhone Fold, on the other hand, is rumored to take a slightly different approach. Instead of going as wide and tablet-like as Samsung, Apple is said to be working on a more compact wallet-style book fold, a slimmer, more pocketable profile premium materials like aluminum and titanium A version of ceramic shield or similar glass tech. To boost drop resistance, Apple's priority here seems to be portability and elegance. The iPhone Fold is expected to feel more like a slightly thicker iPhone that unfolds less, like a mini tablet that happens to fold in half. So, if you want maximum screen real estate and a more productivity-focused foldable, the Galaxy Z Fold 8's wider design will likely appeal more. If you care about a sleek, one-hand-friendly device that just happens to fold, the iPhone Fold's design direction may be exactly what you've been waiting for. Now, let's move to the heart of any foldable. The display technology. On the Galaxy Z Fold 8, Samsung is expected to deliver an 8-inch dynamic AMOLED inner display, 120 Hz, refresh rate for super smooth scrolling and animations, HDR support for deep blacks and punchy colors, ULTR, a thin glass to reduce the crease and improve durability. The cover screen is also a big part of the Fold experience. Samsung has spent years optimizing it so you can reply to messages, check notifications, scroll social media without even opening the phone. When you do unfold it, that 8-inch display is basically a mini tablet in your pocket. The iPhone Fold is rumored to feature a 7.8-inch OLED inner display, just slightly smaller than Samsung's advanced panel tech focused specifically on minimizing crease visibility. A more compact outer display tuned for comfortable one-handed use, true to Apple's style. The emphasis seems to be less on biggest possible screen and more on how the screen feels to use every day. Clean, minimal UI when folded, thoughtful layout when unfolded, seamless transitions between the two states. So, if your priority is immersive media and multitasking with the biggest possible canvas, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 has the advantage. If you want a foldable that still feels like an iPhone first, with a more practical, compact display, the iPhone Fold may hit the sweet spot. Next up, durability and resistance, because no one wants a fragile $1,500 device. Samsung has already proven it can build foldables that survive real-world use, and the Galaxy Z Fold 8 continues that tradition. The expected specs include an IP48 rating for water and dust resistance, armor aluminum for structural strength, dual ultra-thin glass on the inner screen for better scratch resistance, and less flex. Samsung has been tightening up durability with every generation, and the Fold 8 is the most refined version yet. Apple, meanwhile, hasn't revealed an official IP rating for the iPhone Fold yet. But based on its track record with iPhones, it's safe to expect robust water and dust resistance, a combination of titanium, aluminum, and ceramic shield like Glass A hinge and Cadmium. Frame engineered for stiffness and longevity, Apple tends to understate specs and over-engineer the hardware. If the rumors are accurate, the iPhone Fold could meet or even surpass current durability standards for foldables, especially with Apple's focus on materials like titanium. If you value proven real-world foldable durability, Samsung's long history gives it a clear edge. If you trust Apple's reputation for solid, premium hardware, the iPhone Fold will be a strong contender even without 8 generations of foldables behind it. Now let's talk performance and hardware, where both devices are absolute powerhouses. But in different ecosystems, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 is expected to ship with the Exynos 2600 processor, built on a cutting-edge 2 nanometers, process 12 gigabytes of RAM up to 512 gigabytes of internal storage. This combo should deliver fast app launches, smooth multitasking across multiple windows, enough power for gaming, productivity, and creative work on that big inner screen on the Apple side. The iPhone Fold is likely to launch with the A20 chip, built on an advanced 3 nanometers, process 12 gigabytes of RAM storage options similar to high-end iPhones, likely up to 512 gigabytes or more, depending on configuration. Apple's A-series chips are known for extremely strong single-core performance, excellent power efficiency, tight integration with iOS, and Apple's custom silicon optimization. So, in raw terms, both phones will be very fast. The real deciding factor here is ecosystem. If you live in Android, rely on Google services, or love customizing everything, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 will feel like home. If you're deep into Apple's ecosystem, Mac, iPad, Apple Watch, AirPods, the iPhone Fold will plug into your life with almost no setup. That brings us perfectly into software and ecosystem customization versus seamless integration. The Galaxy Z Fold 8 will run Android 16 out of the box with Samsung's latest One UI on top. You'll get powerful multitasking tools like split screen and floating windows, extensive customization options for layout, icons, themes, and widgets, long-term software support. With an upgrade path to Android 17 and beyond, Samsung has spent years tuning One UI specifically for foldables, which means apps know how to adapt between the cover and inner display. Multitasking is smooth and intuitive. Features like flex mode and drag and drop are tightly integrated. The iPhone Fold will ship with iOS 27. And this is where Apple can really shine. You can expect deep integration with iCloud, AirDrop, iMessage, FaceTime, and continuity, smooth handoff between iPhone Fold, Mac, iPad, and Apple Watch. Likely support for MagSafe accessories and future foldable-specific UI tweaks. Apple's goal will be to make the iPhone feel instantly familiar if you've ever used an iPhone, but smart enough to take advantage of the large inner screen. Think improved split view, optimize apps, and possibly iPad-style multitasking behavior if you want maximum control, customization, and flexibility. Samsung's Android Plus One UI combination wins. If you want everything to just work together with minimal friction and maximum polish, the iPhone Fold plus iOS plus Apple ecosystem is hard to beat. Now let's look at something a lot of people care deeply about: cameras. The Galaxy Z Fold 8 is expected to come with a powerful triple camera system: 200 MP main sensor, 12 MP ultra-wide lens, 10 MP telephoto lens with 3x optical zoom. This setup is built for high-detail photos, solid low-light performance, versatile framing options from ultra-wide to telephoto. Samsung has long leaned into hardware strength, big sensors, high megapixel counts, and lots of camera modes.